Hello Pisces and welcome to Soul Sundays. Pisces is a quick 3-card spread, one for mind, body and soul for your week ahead. So let's get started. Universe and angels, messages and guides, my highest self, I call upon you now to give me a clear and accurate reading for the sign of Pisces. Please show me what they need to hear, not what they want to hear when it comes to their week ahead. Please have 3 cards, one for mind, body and soul. Whew. Okay, nice energy, Pisces. You've drawn the card of 8 of Stars, which is Surge. So stars in this deck are wands, and they speak about a creative energy, passion, what you're creating in this world. 8s are really about, they're karmic, right? 8s represent infinity. There's a whole spiritual aspect to an 8. But I like to think of it as the surge of energy before completing a project. That's where your mindset is at the moment. For your body, you've drawn the card of detoxification. So what is it that you need to clean up or detoxify out of your body? For whatever reason, looking at this, I get heavy metals. So for some of you, this is not something that comes up a lot, but there are certain spiritual practitioners or healers, alternative treatments that actually can test you to have a look at your toxicity when it comes to metals. So for some of you, if that's what you've been thinking about, it's a very specific message, I know, but it's asking you to go have a look at that, okay? And finally, your spiritual message is that of the card of brilliance. This card has been doing the rounds, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It's just reminding you of the energy that you contain within. You have some really beautiful colours coming through here. I just want to hold them up and show them to you like I see them. I see a lot of stars and triangles, but most importantly, the surges of colour, okay? Do you see that? All right. So 8 of Stars, 8 of Wands. In traditional tarot, 8 of Wands speaks about, it's kind of like, how do I explain this? I'm trying to think of the best way I can explain it that's like very basic whilst I'm looking for the card for you. It can speak about communication, swift communication. So it's just like in the traditional tarot, it's like showing all these wands. So often it speaks about a lot of text messages, backwards and forwards, communication, that kind of thing. But in this book, it speaks about swift movement and building a stable foundation. It's about wanting you to get ready for a burst of physical activity, okay? Either that or creative energy. That's what stars are in this book, right? It's talking about being creative, and that's what you love to do. You love to be creative. I'll read it to you. It says, a surge of input or funding brings a task or project to steady completion. Brilliant answers or luminous ideas seem to drop out of nowhere like shooting stars. How cute is that? If you feel overwhelmed or unsure about the surge of new ideas, slow down the momentum by meditating, have a healing relax, or by doing something that you love. Clean up the energy of doubt so you can explore ideas that excite you. Quicken the momentum around a grand idea with a surge of physical application. So basically it's telling you that if you ground yourself, you're going to prepare yourself for new growth. You know, one of the things I love about your sign is how whimsical you can be, because I can get quite spiritual with you guys. The flip side of that is often you can be too floaty and sensitive and get yourself hurt when you really need to ground yourself, okay? You really need to bring yourself back to the fore. That's your message this week. Plant yourself in the ground, ground yourself. And if you don't know how to ground yourself, simple way to do it, and I was talking about this in the Aquarius reading as well, is taking off your shoes, walking barefoot in the ocean, on the sand, in the ground, in the soil, in the dirt. It does it. Just grounding, put your actual physical body on the ground. If you can, lie on the ground, roll around the dirt, it will help, okay? Particularly with this card, because this is the card of detoxification. So in order to prepare yourself for this surge of energy that's coming, and you will feel that at the new moon next week, you need to try and detoxify your energy, clear your energy space. I've talked about energy clearing a lot before in some of my videos, but I've never gotten around to actually doing a video on it by itself. One of the best ways you can detoxify your energy is by disconnecting from other people's energy. It deserves a whole video because it's quite broad and it's something that I've learned over the years. But whenever we come into contact with someone, even if it's just online, right? So let's say we're on social media, perhaps we're on dating apps, perhaps we're on social apps, whatever it may be. Maybe we're in networking groups to build our business, right? Where maybe we're in a role where we're connecting with people every day, like at a bank, whatever it is for you, okay? You're coming into contact with lots of people, lots of different energy. The best way that you can detoxify from that is to cleanse your energy. 2 ways of that. The first way for you is water. If you can't get to an ocean, which is my number 1 recommendation because of the magnesium and the grounding effect of both, it'll help cleanse your energy straight away. Then I want you to have a shower in the dark where you turn off all the lights and you ask to clear and remove all negative energy from every aspect of your being from the day, okay? Ask to cut all those cords and disconnect. You're not going to cut any cords from people that love you, trust me, that's not how it works that quickly. But what you're asking to is disconnect from that person who wrote that stupid comment online that really upset you, or from, you know, maybe your son's comment about something that happened to them at school, or maybe it's someone that you've come into contact with business and it's really upset you. If you can do that on a daily basis, you'll suddenly start to see your energy climb, and then you'll be able to focus on what it is that you need to. That's one way of detoxifying. The other way I've told you already is about precious metals, having a look at the mercury and metal within your body. For some of you that might have been trying to find answers to certain things, that's a big tip for you as well. Finally, you've drawn the card of brilliance. Look at how beautiful the colour is shining there, right? It's absolutely gorgeous. Again, one of the beautiful pros and cons of your sign is that you are so creative, you are so... truly, like, you can really make brilliant things out of nothing, but sometimes you self-sabotage yourself with doubt because you fear success, right? This card is reminding you that you can achieve anything that you want to, okay? You are brilliant, you are magnetic, you do have the skill set that you need to achieve whatever it is you're trying to create, whether you are trying to run a doggy daycare parlour, whether you're trying to build a crazy business, whether you're learning to become a chef or you are a chef and wanting to branch out on your own. This card is saying that don't self-sabotage, okay? Because new ideas are going to threaten your old ways, and that's a good thing. Positive change respects the past and the future. Put your thinking cap on and brainstorm. Step outside of conformity and well-meaning advice. Creative energy is generated through conversation and play. It's really important for you, Pisces. Be prepared for loud applause and the accompanying criticism, yin and yang, right? Experimentation recharges an interest. A sudden realization brings a dramatic change. So, overarching message this week, if you haven't got it already, focus on cleansing your energy, doing some grounding work, okay? In doing that, you'll allow yourself to get the energy you need to bring a creative energy to the fore. Because as we get closer and closer and closer to your birthday next year, you're going to be creating something bigger, or you're already working on it and will be creating something, a new life path for yourself. And whether that is in a romantic sense, and drawing someone in, as you need to accept you are worthy of love, or whether that's in a business sense and accepting that you are worthy of creating your own new business, your own stream of income, or whether that's in having a family or so forth. You know how it goes, right? You are in the stage of building, and in order to build and get there this week, it's really important for you to detox and ground your energy. All right, Pisces, that was your reading for this week. I hope you found it helpful. It was a pleasure doing it for you. If you did, please hit the like button. It helps the channel more than you know, and I'll be back with you next week. Take care.